Yo, what is up, everybody? I wanted to come to you guys with this response video on these fake self-called Georgia fans. Now, my thoughts on these fake Georgia fans like Uncle Lou, who continues to bash Georgia in every turn of the way. Oh, Georgia sucks. Georgia can't do nothing right. Georgia can't beat Florida. Georgia won't beat Florida by scoring 14 points. Stetson Bennett sucks and all this yada yada yada. All this noise these self-called Georgia fans like Uncle Lou like to talk about, like how they praise Georgia at every turn. Oh, look how good Georgia plays. Look at everything Georgia done right. Look at the good plays they made. I mean, these fake Georgia fans are annoying, man. I mean, Uncle Lou says he's a homer for Georgia. I very much doubt that. This guy says, oh, he's a homer. He's he's a Georgia dog and all this. He loves Georgia through and through, but you let Georgia have a bad game and Uncle Lou acts like the world is coming to an end. You let Georgia have one bad game against one bad team like Kentucky, which Kentucky is not a really great team anyway. We all know this. Kentucky is just not a great team, and that's just facts. We all know Kentucky is not a great team. Everybody knows this. I mean, the thing is that bugs me, Uncle Lou, when things go right for Georgia, he'll be the first one to jump on live stream and praise everything Georgia does. Oh, look how good they're playing. Look how good they do now. Look at the good plays they made. Look at the good coaching decisions they made. But you let one bad game happen like Kentucky did on Saturday, and Uncle Lou flips out and loses his mind. Oh, Georgia can't beat Kentucky. If they score 14 points, Georgia just can't. Georgia can't. Be the one to beat Kentucky because of Stetson Bennett. Because Stetson Bennett can't see over the line of scrimmage, and just because Georgia's offense is just pitiful or whatever. I mean, the thing is, that's what bugs me. These fake Georgia fans get on here and they'll troll Georgia every step of the way. Oh, Georgia sucks. Stetson Bennett sucks. Stetson Bennett's short. All the short jokes I hear about Stetson Bennett. Oh, he's short. He can't throw the ball. He can't do this. He can't do that. I mean, did we play great against Kentucky? No, we didn't. I mean, we didn't play great against Kentucky. We acted like we ain't seen a football before when we play Kentucky. We acted like we didn't know what we were doing on offense. We acted like we didn't even know how to throw a football. I mean, but that's besides the point. I mean, it's people like Uncle Lou that gives us Georgia fans a bad name, talking about, oh, Georgia can't do anything right. Look how bad Stetson Bennett is. He's short. He can't see a line of scrimmage. He can't throw the football. Stetson Bennett is just a horrible quarterback. I mean, and that's what bugs me. Uncle Lou will praise Georgia when they do something right. He'll praise Georgia. Oh, look how good Georgia's doing. Look how good Georgia plays. Look at the good coaching decisions they made. Look at everything Georgia's done right. Uncle Lou will be the first one to praise Georgia if they do something great. But you let Georgia have one bad game, and Uncle Lou acts like the world is coming to an end, and that is an absolute fact. This guy, I don't know. I think he's a Georgia troll. To be honest, I think he is a Georgia troll. He's one of the biggest Georgia trolls on YouTube. I mean, this guy says he's a quote unquote homer, that he loves Georgia. That he pulls for the Georgia dogs, and win or lose, and. But it seems to me you let Georgia have a bad game, and this guy will turn on Georgia faster than a snake will, than faster than a snake. This guy, I don't understand, man. It's people like Uncle Lou that give me people like the people that love Georgia a bad name. I'm a Georgia fan. I mean, did we play great against Kentucky? No. Did we run the ball effectively against Kentucky? No. Did we give Kentucky our best offense? No. But that doesn't mean I'm going to jump ship and go to another team just because Georgia has had one bad game. Teams are allowed to have a bad game. Teams are allowed to look bad every once in a while. I mean, are they allowed to look bad every time? No. But fans do have, but teams do have a bad, they do have a bad game every once in a while. Georgia had a bad game. Alabama had a bad game against Ole Miss. It happens. That's just the way college football is. You're not gonna score big numbers every time you play somebody. Uncle Lou acts like we're Clemson. We're not Clemson. We're not going to go out and score 30 or 40 points a game. It's not going to happen. Georgia is not Clemson. Georgia will never be Clemson. Georgia is not an Alabama. Georgia is not a Clemson, and Georgia is not an Ohio State. Georgia is not any of those teams. Georgia is not Ohio State. Georgia is not Clemson, and Georgia is not Alabama. If Georgia were any of three of those teams, yes, Georgia would be putting up 30 or 40 points. Yes, Georgia would be putting up those kind of points, but Georgia is not those teams. I'm sorry. And Uncle Lou needs to accept that. We're not a Clemson. We're not an Ohio State. We're not an Alabama. We're not as dominant. We're not as a dominant team. We're not a dominant team like those teams are. You look at Alabama, dominant team. Clemson, dominant team. Ohio State, dominant team. Those teams are superior. Those are the teams that are going to be putting up 30, 40, 50 points every game. That's not Georgia. Georgia is not going to do that. We're not built for that. We're not built to score 30, 40, 50 points every game. Georgia is not built for that. And it comes down to the fact that Uncle Lou will praise Georgia when things go right, but you let Georgia have a bad game, which teams are allowed to have. You let Georgia have a bad game, and you let people like Uncle Lou act like the damn world's coming to an end. Every time Georgia has one bad game, we've had one bad game. Name a bad game we've had so far. Name one bad game we've had. We played pretty decent against Arkansas. We played damn good against Auburn. We played good against Tennessee. This is the one bad game we've had so far against Kentucky. We've had one bad game against Kentucky. Did we play well against Kentucky? No. Everybody knows we had a bad game against Kentucky. The teams are allowed to have a bad game every once. The teams are allowed to have a bad game every once in a while. We're not, like I said, we're not an Alabama. We're not a Clemson. We're not an Ohio State. We're not going to put up those numbers every week. And that's the thing. People need to get over, Georgia not being the team that's going to put up 30, 40, 50 points every week. It's not going to happen. So Georgia fans, keep rooting for your Georgia Bulldogs. Don't let people like Uncle Lou discourage you from being a Georgia fan. Keep being a Georgia fan. I love my dogs, win or lose. I love my dogs. I bleed black and red. I love my dogs, man. I always will. I'm a Georgia dog. I'm a real homer. I love my dogs, win or lose. Did it suck that we lost to Bama? Yeah, that sucks. Because I wanted to beat Bama. I wanted to beat Bama so bad I couldn't stand it. But you don't see me on here crying that we didn't beat Alabama. We had a bad game against Alabama. It happens. We're allowed to have a bad game every once in a while. Teams have bad games. It's just the way it is. No team is going to come out and score 30, 40, 50 points every single week. It's not happening. This Georgia team is not built the same way Alabama is built, the same way Ohio State is built, and the way that Clemson is built. Georgia is not built like those teams. Georgia will never be built like that. Georgia is a run team. That's what we are. We're not a throwing team. We are a run team first. And is Kirby a great defensive coach? Yes. Is he is I think Kirby's a pretty good coach. I mean, I don't have anything against Kirby Smart. I mean, and for Uncle Lou to trash Kirby Smart, that says a lot. It really does. It says a lot about who Uncle Lou really is. If you're a Georgia fan and you say you love Georgia, why would you bash Georgia when they have one bad game? I mean, we're allowed to have a bad game every once in a while. We're not built like an Alabama. We're not built like a Clemson. We're not built like an Ohio State. So, if you guys like this response video to me responding to these fake Georgia fans bashing Georgia, hit that thumbs up. You guys, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys later.